Hi, everybody, and welcome to Persistence Playbook, where we believe the challenge is not figuring out what to do, but rather how to maintain consistent action in the face of adversity, laziness, and internal resistance. I think most of us know what to do. We know what we need to do to accomplish what we want to accomplish, but just keeping our pedal to the metal day after day, taking action in face of that laziness that just creeps up. To me, that's the question that needs to be answered. And that's the one we're going to aim to answer every week on this podcast. Some weeks I'm going to go into strategy on my own. Other weeks, we are going to have on high performers, and we're really going to tap into how do they perform at such a high level? How do they keep going day after day? How do they fight through that resistance, fight through that laziness, fight through that self-doubt to keep taking massive action towards their goals? And I'm thrilled you're here joining us today. And we're going to kind of delve into the impact of mantras, habits, and communities. But before we dive into the discussion, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, ensuring that you never miss out on our actionable insights. So first of all, let's talk procrastination, right? Let's start by addressing the elephant in the room, procrastination. We all experience it, but understanding our specific procrastination styles is the key to overcoming it. Are you a dreamer? Are you constantly chasing new ideas and struggling to stick with one? This is a procrastination avatar that I can definitely relate to. Perhaps you're the overdoer type. You get caught in a loop of urgent tasks, risking burnout. Or maybe you identify more with the crisis maker, needing constant pressure to stay motivated. But once that constant pressure leaves the room, you're no longer motivated. You could be a perfectionist, paralyzed by fear of not having all the information. I've been there as well. I've certainly been in places where there's projects I want to take on, and I just keep reading books and watching online courses. Oh, let's read another book. Oh my God, there's another online course I got to take before actually taking any action. And the truth is, just taking messy action towards that goal is going to teach you so much more than any course or book will. Not to say the courses and books are worthless, because they are definitely not worthless. But I think there's a limit to how much you need to learn before you need to start taking action. And that's really the difference between high achievers and people that maybe don't fulfill on their potential. Is high achievers realize there's not that much information we need to start taking action towards our dreams. Let's not forget about the warriors. Those are the people that are always on high alert for potential triggers. And I think that it's important to take a few moments to identify which of these types of procrastination you can most relate to. And that's going to help us take our first step towards sustainable action. So let's talk solutions, right? I think for dreamers, it's important to employ a SMART goal setting method, S.M.A.R.T. I'm sure you've heard of this. Ensuring your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. I know that when I have some concrete goals for the quarter, for the week, I'm so much more likely to actually get things done. It helps me to take my head out of the clouds for a moment and get down in the dirt, the tactical methods, the actions that are really going to take us towards where we want to go. How about the overdoers? Overdoers might benefit from something called the Eisenhower matrix. And I'm going to include a link in the show notes as to what this is. It basically just helps you prioritize your tasks needed to avoid burnout. Crisis makers might thrive with the Pomodoro technique, which is essentially your work into manageable chunks of timed 25-minute intervals. And perfectionists, before you tell me that you need a little bit more information before you can start, I want you to try focusing on setting small attainable goals, taking it one step at a time. And if you're just a worrier, I think harnessing the power of mantras or community support can ease anxiety and foster gradual process. So let's talk a little accountability, right? Because not leaning in on others to help us make habits stick is just, it's not the way to go, guys. It's really, we need to be leaning on each other if we want to become our best selves. Now, I know I've kind of struggled with self-accountability, and recently, just in the past couple months, we started a mastermind group. Me and two other successful entrepreneurs, we meet once a month, and we talk about some issues we're having with our business, and we just kind of brainstorm. And then at the end, we lay out the top 2 or 3 things that we want to accomplish that month as pertains to our business. And just having those accountability partners, knowing you got to come back to that table a month from now with people that you respect that are doing big things as entrepreneurs, you're so much more likely to do what you say you're going to do. So I really would encourage anyone that does not have an accountability partner, a group, or a mastermind, get out there and make one. It doesn't have to be huge. It can be 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, some people that you respect, and some people that when you tell them you're going to do something, you know that you're going to fulfill on that promise. So I would really recommend reaching out to some friends, reaching out to some family, making an accountability group, a mastermind, meet on a monthly basis, set 2 or 3 tangible goals every time you meet, and then you're going to get them done. It's like magic, guys. And just being in front of people like that, being in front of people with big dreams that are doing big things, it's going to wear off on you like osmosis. I would say probably the single greatest success hack there is just to surround yourself with successful people and try not to spend a lot of time with people that maybe aren't as ambitious. And that's tough. That's tough to say. That's tough to hear. I'm not saying cut people out of your life, because there are going to be some really, really great friends that maybe just don't have the ambition that you have. But I think it means let's make more of a point to get face to face, voice to voice with the people that really inspire you. The people that when you leave that conversation or you leave that room, you feel a little bit more alive. Those are the people that we want to be around, guys. All right. I don't want you to try and implement everything that we've talked about today, but I do urge you to reflect on your own procrastination tendencies and consider implementing at least one of the strategies that we talked about, whether it be Pomodoro technique, whether it be SMART goals, whether it be forming a mastermind, just one thing. Put it into action, guys. I'm Brett McDermott. This is Persistence Playbook, your online guide to doing the hard things in your life that are going to bring you to the promised land. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Stay updated on all things overcoming obstacles and achieving your goals. And until next time, remember, consistency breeds success, and persistence paves the way to greatness. I'll see you on the next one.